In 1915, filmmaker D.W. Griffith released his film Birth of a Nation. This is arguably the most racist film in history, depicting black people in the most stereotypical and dehumanizing ways, showing them terrorizing these innocent white communities, who are then saved by a familiar group dressed in all white, wearing pointed hoods. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Before this film's release, this group was slowly starting to die out. Birth of a Nation acted as their adrenaline shot, revitalizing their cause and ramping them up to continue terrorizing black communities as they saw themselves as the heroes portrayed in the film. Now let me tell you something you probably didn't know. This was the first film ever shown in the White House. Fast forward to 2025, we recently just held the second inauguration for current President Trump. Man, how times have changed. Does art reflect reality, or does art influence reality? This has been a long-standing debate about the role that art plays in society. In the realm of film and TV, there's often an attempt to separate what we see on screen versus what we see in real life. But what happens when that line blurs? What happens when what we see on screen starts manifesting in real life? Today I want to talk about The Boys, a show on Amazon Prime that offers a unique take on the superhero genre. Unlike typical superhero stories you see from Marvel or DC, The Boys is a subversion, portraying superheroes as modern-day celebrities. While extreme at times, The Boys satirizes the influence of powerful individuals and structures on society, and how these individuals can ultimately infiltrate our government and affect the masses. You've probably seen him before, but the character that exemplifies this the most is none other than Homelander. Homelander is one of the most well-written villains I've ever seen. He is deeply flawed and layered, committing nearly every crime possible, yet receives no consequences. Homelander begins as a typical corporate figurehead. He then transitions into a politician with a massive following who ultimately begins to do his dirty work for him. Does this sound familiar? How can someone so hateful rise to such power? How can such actions work in their favor? In one instance, Homelander takes someone's life in front of everybody, and yet they cheer him on. The Boys makes it clear that Homelander and his followers are not to be tolerated. There are even blatant instances where they not only expose his audience for being dumb, they also expose him for being an idiot. Despite this, he still rises to power, and the most recent teaser for the new season even shows him preparing to enter the White House. Not only that, the people that The Boys are making fun of are just now starting to understand that they're being made fun of, and we're going on season 5. With the recent inauguration of Trump, the executive orders he signed so far, and the rising influence of wealthy figures in politics shows that the parallels between The Boys and real life are striking. Elon Musk just did a full salute on stage in front of the world, and this is a man who's about to have a seat in the White House. Now you might have a question, Jalen, well, what's the solution? How can artists and filmmakers combat this reality? Honestly, I'm not sure. So let's look at history. After Birth of a Nation, Oscar Micheaux, the first black filmmaker, released a series of films challenging the stereotypes portrayed by Griffith. Today, I believe it's important for us to continue telling stories that confront hate and discrimination head on. A lot of times, these messages are done subtly, but I think they need to be done directly. We should clearly define what it means to align with harmful ideologies, and continue to show that these beliefs and actions are unacceptable. As history has shown, art can influence reality, and we must use that art to make the world a better place.